Hello everyone, this is your D-Machinery channel. Today, skilled hands meet their perfect tools, raw material surrenders to precision, and ordinary workshops become something extraordinary. Driven by raw hydraulic force, the machine delivers a lightning-fast cut, transforming solid metal tubing into precise sections in the blink of an eye. Under immense pressure, the machine rapidly squeezes scattered metal shavings into dense, perfectly formed blocks with remarkable efficiency and control. This beast shows no mercy. It grabs heavy metal cylinders and crushes them into pieces faster than the eye can follow. In one continuous, thunderous motion, the robust saw delivers precise, lightning-fast cuts, turning rough timber into neatly stacked boards ready for construction. With raw power and laser-sharp focus, this advanced machine swiftly burns through thick metal, producing perfect cuts in one mesmerizing pass. Driven by raw hydraulic force, the machine swiftly shears thick steel plates, transforming scrap into manageable pieces with remarkable speed and precision. A circular blade cross-cuts the log to length, while an integrated splitting wedge cleaves the round simultaneously. Two operations in one mechanical pass, maximizing throughput per cycle. Flat edge goes in, crisp molded profile comes out. One smooth pass and a plain hardwood box earns the detail that makes it worth a second look. Ram drops, molds fill, pressure peaks. What was dust and gravel seconds ago is now a block precise enough to stack 10 stories high. Every strike landed while it glows is an investment shaping grain, closing voids, building a blade that will still hold its edge long after the forge fire goes cold. A carbide parting tool steps down through graduated diameters in sequence, each shoulder cut leaving a clean right angle as chips scatter into the sawdust bed below. Red lacquer peels back, gold appears beneath. Each pass of the bit writing a character that will direct strategy on a board for decades to come. Guided by automated precision, the system rapidly coils fine copper strands into tight, consistent spirals with remarkable speed and control. This beast doesn't just cut paper. It guillotines entire stacks in one smooth, decisive stroke faster than the eye can follow. In a mesmerizing blur of motion, the high-speed sewing machine transforms soft, colorful fabric into delicate, cascading ruffles with extraordinary precision. Moving with incredible speed and precision, this efficient conveyor quickly arranges fresh limes into perfect formation, one after another. This beast doesn't just cut wood, it unwraps entire logs like a present, spinning out thin, perfect sheets at incredible speed. With colossal power and surprising precision, the mighty excavator plunges its steel teeth deep into the red earth, carving through soil with relentless speed and control. What appears to be a slurry pump system, blasting material up a steep embankment, precision engineering meeting raw terrain, one operator at the controls. Nature spent 1,000,000 years building that rock. The machine said, "Cool story," and took it apart in seconds. Uniform cable mesh assembly like this suggests rockfall barrier or slope protection fabrication. Joint integrity here directly determines lives saved downhill. Season's end arrives not with silence, but with iron jaws and the dry crackle of 1,000 stems surrendering at once. Boxwood density makes it ideal for game piece fabrication. Tight grain holds engraved detail without chipping, even at high spindle speeds. At white heat, steel forgets its own shape, and the die decides what it becomes forever. That pile of cardboard sheets, you'd think many of them would be safe. But the cutting machine had a completely different idea. Steel plate. Meet concentrated light. This isn't a fair fight, and the laser absolutely knows it. CNC laser cutting perfect squares into thick steel, back to back, no breaks. This machine genuinely does not know the word tired. She's ripping curved cuts through a solid log freehand. No template, no hesitation, just pure muscle memory doing the math. Still burning white gold, the rod surrenders its rigid spine, coiling into something entirely new before it even has time to cool. Whole corn cobs went in looking like harvest season. Came out as chicken breakfast. Zero drama, maximum efficiency. A needle no thicker than a heartbeat, punching through layer after layer, leaving behind a line that holds things together for years. Cracking open a boulder and finding those fire orange veins inside hits different. Nature's been hiding that painting for 50 million years. Rolling fresh concrete with a steel drum by hand looks deceptively simple until you realize one crooked pass ruins the entire slab forever. Born on a conveyor belt, linked by a single red thread, each one a tiny thunderclap, still sleeping, waiting for the match. Grain leaves drop in whole. Seconds later, a meal. The machine speaks a language every bird on this farm already understands. No motor, no fuel. Just water finding its way downhill and a wheel patient enough to turn that ancient bargain into endless motion. Alone, each wire bends without mercy. Together, twisted tight at 1,000 revolutions, they become something bridges are built to trust. Once scattered across a yard of rust and dust, bound tight now, these pipes leave as one, headed somewhere they'll be useful again. Petal by petal, color by color, a garden assembles itself on white fabric, stitch by stitch, faster than the eye can follow. From loose powder to solid form in a single press, what enters as dust leaves as something precise enough to measure a dose by. Nine golden pistons, one ring to seat them all. This mechanic is basically playing the world's most expensive game of ring toss. At white heat, steel becomes briefly honest, willing to be reshaped, willing to become something greater than the raw block it was. A wall of glass that once held a room together, now quietly crumbling into 1,000 safe pieces, making way for whatever comes next. The stone had a clean edge in mind. This craftsman had a hammer, a chisel, and the exact same plan. Gray concrete had no opinions about direction. This machine showed up, drew the rules, and left zero room for debate. Watching a wood lathe peel back a raw log, slice, and reveal those perfect growth rings underneath is nature's version of unboxing, and it never gets old. Steel pipe, glowing red, absolutely convinced it runs things. The quench tank had a very cold, very final opinion. Hydraulic press just casually overruling fixed steel's entire structural opinion with pure tonnage. Physics said yes. The steel said nothing back. One moment of extreme pressure and a featureless disc becomes something marked, defined, permanent. The die speaks once, and the metal remembers forever. Two precision parts, strangers until this moment, joined under pressure into something that will carry load, absorb shock, and never come apart. Before the journey begins, the machine is wrapped in a cocoon of foam, held perfectly still inside, no matter what the road ahead decides to throw. What entered as a living branch, green, whole, reaching, exits as 100 pieces, ready to return quietly to the earth it came from. Every machine you just watched was built by human hands, run by human skill, and perfected by human obsession. That's what we celebrate here at D Machinery. If this satisfied something deep in your brain, hit subscribe. The next one's already waiting.